Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Frustration Friday, and like I promised on Wednesday, I did think of something to talk about. So today's video is actually going to be about clients. Now I know it is Frustration Friday, but I'm really not pissed off and I'm really not angry about anything. So this is really going to be more of, the different types of clients that I've discovered in the past year and a half of doing custom wig orders on the internet. Now, I've kind of condensed them down into 4 categories. Most people do fall into one of the 4 categories, some more than others. And I do kind of have to say that being in business only for a year and a half, but being the son of business owners and entrepreneurs, having grown up around this, I'm very understanding of clients' needs. I'm very understanding of time constraints and everything. But if you try to finagle my price down a little bit, that's really not cool. And, my prices are the prices that they are for a reason. And if anything, they're eventually going to go up. They're never going to go down. So, that being said, I can also pretty much tell from a first email if a client is actually serious about ordering a wig or anything, because you do run into people that, see you on Instagram and they're like, oh, that wig's really cute, I could have one for Halloween, that'd be great. And then they message you and they're just like, how much are your wigs? And to me, that just comes across as someone not being serious. I would personally think that if I was looking for something, for a wig, something specific, I would, send a message and I'd explain what I want, and I would send pictures, and I would send pictures of me even, and my aesthetic and ideas and color references and stuff like that. I would send all of that stuff initially so that the person could better understand quickly what I want. But I do think a lot of people just kind of shop around for prices and then go for the lowest bidder. And like I always say, cheap and easier doesn't mean better. I can easily tell from the first email if someone's actually going to be a serious return client or not. A lot of people just say how much is a wig and all of that. And it's, I do have to weed through these emails, and I do have saved emails on my phone that I just copy and paste and then resend to people that kind of outline my prices and outline what I do and my timelines and everything. I do have those, so if someone just messages me and says, how much is a wig, I can just go boop, boop, send, and then they can read through all of that. And most of the time they don't actually reply because they're thinking that I'm, podunk wig store and my wigs are 20 bucks a piece, and they're not. So that's kind of first things first with this, and now we're going to get into the 4 different types of clients. Potential clients, returning clients, whatever. And I've realized that having been doing this for the past year and a half via the internet and Facebook and Instagram and everything, I've noticed that clients generally fall into one of 4 categories that I have named, and I will now present the 4 categories of clientele to you. First, we have the minimalist, there's the confuser, the delusional elitist, and the unicorn. So let's start with the minimalist. So minimalists are the ones that email and say, how much is a wig? Or, I really want a wig that's blonde. How much are your wigs? Don't give a description, don't talk about what they want or anything. They also tend to do things like, I want a blonde wig, how much? Or send me just a picture of somebody and say, how much for this? And I've said it before, and I've said it again, that I need more information than just a picture or the words blonde, long, curly. I need a lot more than that to give you exactly what you want. So that's why I call them the minimalist, because they're the ones that tend to give the minimum amount of information that they think is necessary. So then next is what I like to call the confuser. Now, the confuser is the most aggravating of the clientele types that I've discovered. The confuser is the type of client that will either not be able to make up their mind onto what they actually want, or they strategically ask about multiple different types and styles and kinds of wigs, hoping that you'll agree to do something for a lesser price. I've had this happen before where somebody asked me for a human hair wig, and I, told them how much it would be, and they said, okay, well, how much for a synthetic wig? And I told them how much that would be. And then they said how much for like a hard front wig. I told them how much that would be. And then they tried to go and say that my human hair price was the cheapest price that I had mentioned, when that wasn't true. So that's why I call them the confusers, because they, I'm not sure if they do it on purpose, but the clientele that I've seen that tend to do this, I believe are doing it on purpose, because they're just trying to get you to go to a lower price. Trying to haggle down the price, but I can go back and read my own emails that I write to people, so I can be like, okay, well, that's not actually what I said. It would be this much. That's what I said in a previous email. So there you go. The third type, the delusional elitist. Now, the delusional elitist can take many, 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 many forms. They can be what my friend Darnell, aka Here He Goes on Instagram, calls synthetic hair budget human hair dreams. Or they can be, I don't like wig store hair, I only want pure virgin hair from Brazil. Stuff like that. That's like, you know, wig store hair and pure virgin hair from Brazil are all pretty much the same thing. They just label it different and upcharge you, trying to tell you that it's something else. You know, it'll be like the people that will email you and they'll want a fully hand-tied human hair wig down to their butt, and they have like $20 to spend. And it's just not going to happen. I've also had this happen with people that try to strike arguments and people that try to put me in my place, whereas, you know, I'm a professional wig maker, so I'm dealing with you as a professional, and I am replying to you as a professional, and I'm not coming to your job at your university or Burger King or wherever the hell you work and try to tell you how to do yours. So can you please not tell me how to do mine, because I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. They're also the same people that are like, I don't want to use wig store hair. I only want pure virgin hair. I have a place that I get it from in Brazil, and then it's still like $50 for like 30-inch hair. And it's like, honey, if you're paying $50 for 30-inch hair, chances are it's not virgin, and chances are it ain't Brazilian. So get over yourself. That's not to say that some companies and some manufacturers do not actually have virgin hair and pure hair and stuff like that, but too many companies are going around saying that hair is pure and virgin, and it's just not. Like, if you buy pure virgin hair and you wash it and the water turns black, it's not virgin. It had hair color on it, so they're lying. So I take everything with wigs with a grain of salt. If you say it's pure and virgin, you know, it could be pure and virgin, but until I can test it and make sure it actually is, I'm not going to believe you. They're also delusional elitists, can also be the type of people that will demand something and demand something completely out of their budget, something completely unneeded. I had a girl once write me, she wanted a full lace human hair wig, hand-tied. Her budget was like $250 or something, and she wanted this wig for a play at her college. And so I said, okay, well, why do you want human hair and why do you want it to be a full lace? And she was saying, well, I want it to be a full lace. That's what they had in the Broadway production, and that's exactly what I want, and it's human hair, and I want human hair. And I'm trying to tell her, you know, for your budget, this is not for your budget, and for it being a college production, like, you don't need human hair, you don't need full lace. A synthetic will be just fine. It'll look the same. You really don't need all of that. And they just don't listen, and they, you know, try to talk you down and try to keep asking you if you'll do something for cheaper, if you'll do something for cheaper. And that's kind of why I call them the delusional elitist, because they're not listening, they're closed off, and they kind of just think they know the way that everything works, and in reality they don't. Last but not least is what I like to call the unicorn. Now, this is the rare diamond in a rough, needle in a haystack client that emails eloquently, nicely, correct punctuation and spelling, explains their history, explains what they want a wig for, explains exactly what they want, gives budgetary constraints, give time constraints, sit there and to the T explain exactly what they want, and send pictures, and are beyond nice and beyond delightful. And it's really sad to say that there are unicorns. Like, it's very, very rare. I've had maybe a handful of clients that sent me a first email that I was like, wow, I'm really impressed. They know exactly what they want. They're really professional. I love this. Because usually, like I said, I'd get emails like, how much is a blonde wig? And it's like, I don't know. I can't answer that. Some people send me very detailed instructions, if you will, of what they're looking for and what their time constraint and budgetary constraints are. That's amazing. And, like, I get down and, like, bow down to them because it takes a lot. And I know that, like, we're living in a digital age where everything is 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, but you're taking the time out to like write an eloquent email and to write nicely and to not demand anything and to be understanding and listen to reasoning and listen to ideas and be able to bounce back and forth ideas about, you know, what you're looking for, and maybe this would be a little better, maybe this color would work better for you, stuff like that. That's why they're unicorns, because it's so rare to find a client that is that amazing from the get-go. And, you know, that's, you know, it's very rare. And so that's why I call them the unicorn, because it's really rare, but it's a beautiful sight when you actually get to experience it. So thank you guys again for watching this Frustration Friday video. I'm sorry it wasn't really frustrating and I wasn't really like bitching and moaning about something. Like I said, I did have an idea for something to talk about, and then it kind of went 360 and it came back around and it was fine and the situation resolved itself. So I didn't have anything to talk about, sadly. So I figured I would do a video that I've been wanting to do for a while, which was the 4 basic types of clientele. If you guys liked this type of video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. Be sure to check out all my fun social media stuff down in the box. On every single website except for Facebook, I am WigginOutBZ, and on Facebook, I am Bobby Pins. Be sure to check out BobbyPins.com. I'm going to be putting some new wigs up very shortly, and I'm going to be restocking some old favorites, so please stay tuned for that. I also have a special going on until the end of the month of April. If you enter the promo code SPRINGFEVER15 at checkout, you will save 15% off your entire order, no matter how big or how small it is. So you guys can look forward to that. I'm also doing an Instagram wig giveaway, so please check me out on Instagram as WigginOutBZ. I try to post the contest rules every other day or so, just so I don't clog up people's feeds. So please just check out my Instagram, probably go back a couple days, and you'll see the little entry. All you have to do is repost it and hashtag BPZ Wig Superstar. That's all you gotta do. It's that easy, and I'll be drawing on 4/20, which is Easter Sunday. So you guys can all look forward to that. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday for another coffee and a kiki and a RuPaul recap. So have a great weekend and stay tuned. Bye, guys.